Ghislaine Maxwell is asking, once again, to be saved. Not exonerated, not vindicated, saved by silence, leverage, and the oldest currency in American politics, proximity to powerful men. Her latest move is as brazen as it is familiar. After refusing to answer a single question in a congressional deposition invoking the Fifth Amendment across the board, Maxwell's lawyers made the quid pro quo explicit. She will talk, they say, if Donald Trump grants her clemency. It is blackmail dressed up as cooperation, and it's working far better than it should.
Ms. Maxwell, were you a close friend and confidant of Jeffrey Epstein?
I would like to answer your question, but on the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer this question and any related questions. My habeas petition is pending in the Southern District of New York. I therefore invoke my right to silence under the Fifth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution.
Maxwell is a convicted sex trafficker serving a 20-year sentence for grooming and delivering teenage girls to Jeffrey Epstein. She is not an accessory in the abstract, nor a peripheral enabler. She was Epstein's chief lieutenant, his recruiter, his organizer, his fixer, and according to victims, his co-conspirator in abuse that spanned decades. Yet the media, Congress, and much of the political class continue to treat her less like a principal offender and more like a tantalizing vault of secrets, someone whose crimes are almost secondary to what she knows. That framing is not accidental. It is deeply gendered. Maxwell's refusal to testify before the House Oversight Committee marked a sharp departure from her recent behavior. Just months earlier, she spoke at length with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, Donald Trump's former personal defense attorney, answering questions without invoking her right to silence. In parallel court filings, she claimed that dozens of Epstein's associates had been shielded by the Justice Department through secret settlements. But in Congress, she said nothing.
Ms. Maxwell, did you and Jeffrey Epstein attempt to surround yourselves with influential individuals to curry favor and shield yourselves from potential scrutiny?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Her attorney quickly explained why. Maxwell is angling for a presidential pardon. If lawmakers and the public want the unfiltered truth, he argued, Trump must grant clemency first. The implication is grotesque. A woman convicted of trafficking children now positions herself as the sole arbiter of truth in the Epstein scandal, while withholding that truth unless she is freed. Even more grotesque is the casual assertion slipped into the same argument that she alone can clear both Donald Trump and Bill Clinton of wrongdoing. Innocence is offered as a product, available on request, payable in executive mercy. This is not cooperation. It is hostage-taking.
Are you declining to answer the question put to you solely on the ground that you believe the answer will incriminate you?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Maxwell's leverage is not hypothetical. Shortly after her interview with Todd Blanche, she was transferred from a high-security women's federal prison in Florida to a minimum-security prison camp in Texas, a facility typically reserved for non-violent offenders. Because of her sex offender status, the transfer required a waiver from the Department of Justice. Someone made that call. The optics are terrible. A notorious sex trafficker receives a dramatically more comfortable incarceration arrangement while simultaneously signaling her willingness to assist a president entangled, politically, if not criminally, in the Epstein fallout. That this is even defensible inside the system speaks to how pliable accountability becomes when power is involved. American media coverage of Maxwell remains oddly distorted. She is routinely described as Epstein's girlfriend or associate or a socialite, even as male accomplices in lesser crimes are labeled predators without hesitation.
During your personal relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, were you aware that Mr. Epstein was sexually abusing minors and adult women?
I would like to answer your question, but on the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer this question and any related questions. My habeas petition is pending in the Southern District of New York. I therefore invoke my right to silence under the Fifth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution.
The narrative gravity continues to orbit Epstein, as though Maxwell were merely caught in his pull rather than actively shaping it. This is not fair.